This alpha male influencer just turned another night out into a public meltdown, announcing that he's suing another creator for criticizing him. At this point, it's getting embarrassing, as he's just continuously proving why you should never take life advice from this guy, let alone pay for it.
Shut up and turn around. We're filming. Shut the up. Shut up and turn around. We're filming.
I'm not even in the
Alfonso, smack him.
Not even a camera shot, buddy.
I don't know, but we're talking. Out of here. Rob, don't even work. Rob, don't. Rob, leave alone.
Yeah, here they are, live streaming in public and demanding the public to go away because they're filming. Because that makes sense. Obviously, we're talking about Wes Watson again. According to Wes, everyone knows who Wes is. If you don't know, he's kind of like this self-proclaimed alpha male Chad who sells courses on how to level up your business with pure confidence and something like that.
Can you guys share with our viewers what you do for a living?
What do you do for a living? I'm Wes Watson. Everybody knows who I am.
What's your name?
Wes Watson.
And honestly, at this point, I wish I didn't know of him, but we've covered him so many times on this channel that at this point, I know way more about this guy than anyone should. And the only reason for that is because he cannot stop himself from blowing up his own life. I mean, his entire brand is screaming at paying clients during coaching calls that he swears are all about self-improvement.
Always ask how red I am. I was on the prison yard for 10 years. I didn't buy SPF 50 with the copper tone baby on the front. That's why I'm red, okay? I sat there for 10 years when you were sitting inside your house. That's why I'm red. But anyways, are you gonna, when you're starving, are you gonna spend your money on a case of Top Ramen? Or are you gonna spend your money on some sunscreen, you princess who are worried about my goddamn skin complexion? I'm burnt. Get over it. I hope I make it 10 more years. I'm gonna try my best. I hope you do too.
I love that clip because he keeps saying that he doesn't care what people say about him, but then he can't stop defending himself. That's the pattern with Wes. He talks about discipline, control, and finding all the answers in prison. But what we actually see is anger issues, public meltdowns, and one self-inflicted disaster after another. This is the guy who goes around calling himself a leader, then immediately got banned from Instagram after a string of unhinged rants, only to blame the haters for trying to silence him.
Yeah, being angry is actually a blessing. Because what a lot of people don't realize is anger is the highest of low frequencies. If you can stop yourself at anger, you can just get angry about a situation and then notice the anger and then go right into exercise or something positive, like helping people like this. Then you can elevate yourself back to a state of neutrality.
This is also the same guy who invited random people to show up to his gym and fight him. And when someone actually did, him and his crew beat the guy to the ground. One friend actually allegedly hit him with a dumbbell while Wes kept punching the guy after he was already defenseless. And that brilliant move landed him in the middle of a lawsuit that he even made worse for himself by ignoring the court filings and letting a default judgment hit him.
I'm famous. I get 90 million messages a day.
When he's done on the floor, he's done on the floor, bro. He's no longer a threat until the moment he gets back up and he's ready in a fighting stance to continue, right? So when you did the additional kicks, the additional blows, whatever, that's excessive.
Like,
What's
I got
your...
respect for you guys, but that. You guys saw a mother attack me, and I'm sitting here like I'm in trouble. I'm leaving.
This is also the same guy who, after all that, still brags about finding the answers in prison, but after every public appearance, they just end up with threats, violence, or a meltdown. It's like every time Wes opens his mouth, he proves once again he's not a coach, he's not a mentor, he's not a leader. He's just a crash-out artist with a Wi-Fi connection and an ego problem. Like, the dude has hit so much of a low that he's now spending his time hanging out with Jack Doherty doing whatever this is.
Oh my God! Fat boy!
And now we have what I want to call, I guess, the most recent Miami incident, where a night out turned into a full-on meltdown, yelling at bystanders, fighting his own friends, and standing there while someone in his group pulled out a knife. So here's how this recent Miami disaster went down. It all starts with a live stream rolling, Jack sitting across from him, Wes in full alpha mode. Then a random guy who looks pretty young, by the way, walks up to the table, and instead of just being a normal human about it, Wes, he completely snaps. He tells the kid to shut up and turn around because they're filming, and even tells the bodyguard to slap him. And while that's kind of pathetic, it should have ended there, but it doesn't. One of Wes's own guys, the same guy who may have swung a dumbbell, allegedly, during his infamous gym fight, this guy gets up and shoves the kid.
No, I'm not talking to you. Turn around. No one's worried about you. Out of here. Rob, don't work. Rob, don't. Rob, leave alone. What the hell is that?
Shit, imagine your food is way out there. Oh my god. Why is it still going back?
Look at this fight breaking out. Alfonso's jumping people. Look at it.
Dave, come home.
There's a bunch of 12-year-olds that are drunk.
Dave.
And that's where things just absolutely spiral. Wes suddenly turns on his own guy for going after a 12-year-old, and now the two start bickering at each other across the table. The dude stands up, squares up. Wes says, "What do you want to do about it?" Wes fires right back, threatening to terrorize him and even promising to end his life.
Hey, you guys are on the middle of the street right here. Let me get out of the camera. Both you guys up. Straight up. Same time, mother. Hey, have some respect, dude. We're doing right here, dog. Yes, sir, one more time, I swear to God. What the you doing, dude? Get somewhere else, dude. We're doing some right here, dog. What? What you want to do about it, dog? Oh, hey, you want something, dog? Yeah. You do? Okay, let's go. Bring it around inside. What's up? Oh, yeah. You want to disrespect me? I'll beat the dog. Your ass. You think you get it? Don't film that shit. Cut that shit off.
I've been removed.
Bro, we're doing some right here.
And then, I swear I'm not even making this up, the guy pulls out a knife in a packed restaurant over a live stream argument.
What's he have in his hand? A knife? What the f? There's a knife in his hand. Not Wes, the other guy. Wes is just eating food now.
These are the people who are selling life advice? That's interesting. I mean, it's just like watching a slow motion train wreck. Also, it's ironic that Wes is getting mad at his friend for hitting when Wes was the one who told his bodyguard to slap the kid in the first place. Also, just a side note of this entire mess, Jack did what he normally does. He just kind of ran away and looked scared the whole time.
No, don't. Man, don't.
What? You want a problem?
Listen to me.
You think it's right to do that for the shit we're doing right here?
I don't care. I'm not supposed to listen to you.
I'll be Treasure Pat. Let's go. I'll be over there. Take it over.
Yeah, I mean, this whole I help people for a living thing that Wes preaches is nice on paper, but if your brand of helping repeatedly puts bystanders, clients, and friends into dangerous situations all the time, that's not leadership. That's a liability. And according to Angie, Wes's newly ex-girlfriend, the chaos isn't happening online or in the gyms anymore. It's also happening inside her home. According to some leaked audio, she alleged that Wes broke into her house and that she had to lock herself into a room to feel safe, and that she even called the police, but nothing was ever done. In this one disturbing audio clip, you can hear how scared she was.
I have to lock myself in the room or he'll try to break in. He's waking me up at all hours and causing a big fight right before I go to sleep, so I'm angry, and then waking me up, like just doing ignorant. Moving forward, I don't know how it's going to be because I don't want to raise my daughters near this person anymore. So he would just stay at home and literally sit in the room and wait for me to have 5 minutes alone so that way he could be like, I want my dick sucked. I want this, I want that. And I'm like, dude, I haven't had 5 seconds. And he just sits in the room and you can feel his heavy energy. And I'm like, I can be so mad at Wes for being a piece of to me.
Yeah, this is wild. And also, shout out to John Bravo for this clip, as it's safe to say this guy, he's been in the trenches when it comes to posting information revolving the Wes Watson story. But Angie talks about being woken up at all hours, about him trying to break into her room, and about not wanting to raise his daughters anywhere near him. This isn't influencer drama anymore, this is just straight up alleged harassment. And it gets worse, because Angie says that Wes has allegedly been withholding money to manipulate her, telling her that he won't help unless she greets him or kisses him in a certain way. She accuses him of blowing up her phone constantly, even using spoofed numbers to bypass blocks and sending photos of himself with other women. So again, clearly the guy you should be paying for life advice.
I hope he overdoses, dies, or kills himself. Like, I don't know. Like, just, I don't give a I really don't care whether he lives or dies. I don't want anything to do with him. And even if he has some other and he goes and buys her a $10,000 purse on purpose in front of me to try to get me upset, I don't care. I just don't want that to touch me again.
But outside of this leaked audio, she posted videos saying that she's trying to keep things civil.
So yesterday I went over to Wes's house to pick up some things right before his group call, and he had some food there. Loon had some French fries. He recorded, put it online, and I wasn't ready to be online. I didn't want to do any of that because he wants to change and flip the narrative. We're not back together, but that doesn't mean that I want to be, I'm trying to keep things cordial because he's somebody that I do care about, and he's going through a lot, and I want to be there for him. And just, it's real life, you guys. Like, he might be going away. I can't just turn my back completely when I might not even see him for a while. So it puts me in a very tough situation. And I'm just trying to navigate it in the highest and best ways, and keep things cordial.
But I guess instead of trying to fix any of this or any of the court stuff, Wes just keeps posting, keeps provoking, and keeps digging himself deeper into a hole that's starting to look impossible to climb out of. Because at this point, you really have to ask, what's wrong with Wes here? Like, genuinely, how many public breakdowns, lawsuits, bans, and ego-fueled disasters does one guy need before he steps away from the obvious mess in his own life? Because every time I hear about this guy, it's never because of some breakthrough moment of personal growth. It's because he's thrown himself into yet another meltdown for the entire internet to watch. At this point, he's just a full-blown crash-out artist. I mean, this is a man who calls himself a motivational coach, but keeps getting himself banned on platforms, screaming at clients, and ignored a civil case until a default judgment landed on his lap. And now, he's the same guy who's picking fights in Miami while his own friends brandish knives. Again, it's not leadership, it's not discipline, it's not even entertainment at this point, it's just a cycle of depression. Because all this is going to lead to is even more lawsuits. Like, at this point, he's not evolving, he's not learning, he's not growing. He's a man in his 40s who's still acting like a child, more addicted to the chaos and confrontation than he is committed to the own self-development that he preaches. And speaking of John Bravo, Wes just announced that he's going to sue him. Because while Wes was streaming with Jack decided to bring up who most people believe is John Bravo.
Person everybody knows.
Who's that guy that, like, I saw a YouTube video, it did, like, really good, too. It was, like, of the live stream he did.
I don't know.
He got like, a couple 100,000 views, and he was just saying a bunch of but he was hating on me and you like crazy, but like it's interesting to watch, you know?
I have never worried about what another man's doing. And people think I do because I talk about the habits that'll level someone up. So
this guy. These videos.
I gives a fuck.
Yeah, I know, I can tell. He attracts your life.
Yeah, the guy just lives off of my nutsack.
Off your videos.
The dandruff out my beard and the sweat off my nutsack, the guy lives off. We won't say his name.
Yeah. No, I already know. But like literally you get him the most views.
He's in the process of getting sued.
That wasn't my slowdown there in the end. That was an edit by Dumbed Down Law, who apparently is John Bravo's attorney. And he made an entire video inviting Wes to sue, as he claims he does not have a case, because Wes is a public figure. And if a public figure acts shady in public, all while selling courses for thousands of dollars, he's a fair target for criticism. If only Wes took his own advice and ignored all of this, he would not be in the hot water he's in currently. But I guess he won't. I guess the question now is, how much lower does it get before even his most loyal followers realize that he's not selling strength or success, he's just selling a complete meltdown? I'm genuinely interested if there are people who have had successful outcomes going through his course. Like, did anyone go through his course and start making 6 figures a month profit? Because from everything I know about this guy, it seems like he's making most of his money from selling courses online, not from running actual businesses. So what can he really teach you other than have a hardened mindset and stay focused? One thing I'm not questioning though is there's no doubt he's making a lot of money or has made a lot of money. I'm not sure how well it's going now, but he was definitely crushing it at one point. So I guess that just goes to show you there's a lot of impressionable people out there who will spend thousands of dollars for some online guru to yell at them. So on that note, please stay safe and don't confuse yelling with good advice. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.